What lies hidden beneath the unassuming appearance of Japanese shiitake mushrooms, captivating the world with their flavor and inspiring admiration for their cultivation process? More than just a familiar food in everyday cuisine, Japanese shiitake mushrooms are the quintessence of art, a wonderful gift co-created by humans and nature. It's no coincidence that shiitake mushrooms from the land of the rising sun have become renowned across the globe, enchanting gourmands with their rich umami flavor and outstanding nutritional value. Join us as we step into the mesmerizing world of shiitake mushroom cultivation in Japan to unveil the secret of why this process is considered a delicate blend of art, science, nature, and time-honored traditions. The solid foundation for the renowned quality of shiitake mushrooms originates from the meticulous process of wood selection. In contrast to the artificial substrate cultivation method common in many parts of the world, the Japanese remain faithful to natural wood, the soul that nourishes shiitake mushrooms. And among a myriad of wood types, can you guess which is the most favored candidate chosen by the land of the rising sun? The answer is kunugi, oak wood. This is a native Japanese oak species, famous for its thick bark and exceptionally high nutrient content. The thick bark helps protect the wood from harsh weather, while the abundant nutrients nourish the mushroom plants, keeping them healthy. Some farms also venture to experiment with kashiwa wood or buna wood, each type bringing a distinct nuance to the mushroom flavor. However, kunugi oak wood still holds the heart of most shiitake mushroom farmers in Japan. The first interesting point here is the diversity in wood selection not only creates a unique identity for each farm, but also brings a richness to the flavor profile of Japanese shiitake mushrooms. Mushrooms grown on kunugi wood often have a classic rich umami flavor. Kashiwa wood mushrooms have a hint of smoke, while buna wood mushrooms are refined with a delicate sweetness. Another special aspect is that the wood does not rush to fulfill its mission immediately after being cut down. The logs need to bask for 6 months to a whole year to ensure golden moisture levels and release harsh tree resins. This elaborate wood aging period directly determines the aroma, texture, and renowned umami content of Japanese shiitake mushrooms. This is the most solid launching pad for this gift from the green forest to reach its pinnacle of quality. But before the oak wood bears its responsibility, another prerequisite that determines the success or failure of the harvest is the mushroom spawn, the true protagonist that creates the gift from the forest. Can you imagine how meticulous Japanese farmers are in the mushroom spawn selection process? Not limited to simply choosing readily available spawn on the market, they hunt for superior heirloom strains to ensure the mushrooms are both healthy and produce a unique and unparalleled flavor. So, what are the golden criteria for selecting shiitake mushroom spawn by Japanese farmers? Firstly, strong vitality and the ability to resist diseases and harsh weather conditions are paramount. Healthy spawn will germinate quickly, grow well, and provide a stable yield. Secondly, unique flavor is an indispensable factor. And most importantly, the spawn must be adapted to the soil and climate conditions of each region. In particular, heirloom mushroom strains are considered treasures by many long-established mushroom farming families in Japan. These strains are carefully nurtured and preserved over generations, carrying within them the secret to superior quality and unique flavor. Moreover, they embody the cultural essence and dedication of generations of farmers. Thanks to these precious spawn strains, the distinctive flavor of Japanese shiitake mushrooms is preserved intact for centuries, contributing to the world-renowned brand of Japanese shiitake mushrooms. Once the wood is ready and the superior spawn is in hand, we move on to the next delicate step, spawning the mushrooms. This is a step that demands absolute precision and the skillful hands of a mushroom artisan. Unlike industrialized processes that prioritize speed, Japanese farmers remain faithful to refined manual methods. The spawn is not hastily thrown haphazardly onto the wood, but carefully inoculated into precisely positioned, drilled holes in the logs. Each hole is spaced about 10 to 15 centimeters apart, providing just enough space for the mycelium to freely spread. Farmers patiently place each spawn plug into the correct position, ensuring every living germ is nurtured with care. Are you curious to know what will happen next in the Japanese shiitake mushroom cultivation process? Let's explore together. After spawning, the logs enter a nurturing stage that lasts from 6 months to 1 year, the heart of the Japanese shiitake mushroom cultivation process. Here, it is neither noisy nor rushed. Only time slowly passes, and the patience of the farmers is boundless. In the tranquil space of the deep forest, shiitake mushrooms quietly absorb the essence of heaven and earth, slowly developing their mycelial networks. Not stopping there, the living environment of shiitake mushrooms is meticulously cared for in every detail. Adequate ventilation helps prevent excessive mold growth, ensuring fresh air for the mycelial network to respire, which is why the logs are artistically arranged in A-frame or pyramid patterns. Farmers skillfully position the mushroom cultivation sites on breezy hillsides, harnessing natural wind for air circulation. Moderate sunlight filtering through the canopy provides conditions for gentle mushroom photosynthesis, enhancing nutrients. Discerning mushroom growers select forests with moderate canopy cover, ensuring the sunlight is neither too harsh nor too weak. Natural shade from forest trees shields the mushrooms from intense sunlight, keeping them cool in summer and warm in winter. In hot summers, farmers also erect additional shading nets, creating artificial shade, reducing temperatures, and preventing mushroom stress. The Japanese utilize the mild climate of spring and autumn to spawn and harvest mushrooms. The cold winter helps the mushrooms rest, accumulate energy, and prepare for vigorous blooming in the following spring. But where does the true highlight of the mushroom cultivation secret that the Japanese apply lie? Understanding the laws of nature, living in harmony with nature, and maximizing the favors bestowed by nature. That is the unique secret of Japanese shiitake mushroom cultivation. All these delicate environmental factors combine harmoniously to create ideal living conditions for Japanese shiitake mushrooms, distinct from industrial greenhouse-grown mushrooms. Caring for shiitake mushrooms is not just about controlling the environment, but also a series of meticulous and flexible actions by the farmers. To ensure every surface of the wood is adequately moistened and ventilated, farmers carefully rotate each log at regular intervals. Experienced farmers regularly inspect each log, closely monitoring the growth of the mycelium and promptly detecting signs of disease, mold, or pest infestation. At a certain stage, shiitake mushrooms require strong environmental stimuli to promote the fruiting process. Are you aware of what special techniques are applied during this stage? Thermal shock is one method to stimulate mushrooms by suddenly changing the temperature. Farmers will pour cold water onto the logs in autumn. Dry shock is also an effective method. Mushrooms are stimulated by temporarily reducing humidity, for example, by covering the mushrooms on sunny days and then re-watering. Farmers even skillfully shake the logs, creating an impression of disturbance, encouraging the mushrooms to sprout. These wondrous stimulation techniques are not only based on experience, but also apply science, understanding the growth laws of shiitake mushrooms, optimizing yield and quality. In the delicate journey of caring for shiitake mushrooms, Japanese farmers always harmoniously combine tradition and modernity. The experience passed down from their forefathers serves as a compass, guiding them through each step. Yet they continuously innovate, applying advanced technology to improve efficiency and lighten the workload. Automatic misting systems free up hands, helping to precisely control humidity. Instead of having to water manually, which is time-consuming and labor-intensive, automatic irrigation systems help farmers relax, allowing them more time to attend to other tasks. From wood selection and spawning to environmental care and fruiting stimulation, every step in the Japanese Shiitake mushroom cultivation process is imbued with the sweat, intelligence, and boundless patience of the farmers. It is precisely these qualities that create the perfectly exquisite shiitake mushrooms, renowned across continents. And now, it's time for them to reap the rewards of their long wait. Shiitake mushrooms will be harvested manually by diligent farmers. Now it is time for them to receive their reward. Shiitake mushrooms will be harvested manually by diligent farmers. Each mushroom is gently picked from the logs, preserving its most exquisite flavor. The freshest, most delicious mushrooms will be kept for sale, while the rest will be processed into dried shiitake mushrooms. To ensure dried shiitake mushrooms retain their distinctive flavor, the Japanese combine natural sun-drying methods with high-tech freeze-drying. The mushrooms are sun-dried to concentrate the flavor, then freeze-dried to preserve their umami content and precious nutrients. The drying process not only helps preserve the mushrooms for longer, but also enhances their rich umami flavor. When rehydrated, Japanese dried shiitake mushrooms bloom, exhibiting a characteristic chewiness and aroma, distinct from dried shiitake mushrooms from other regions. Some farms employ humidity sensor technology to monitor and adjust drying conditions, ensuring each dried mushroom achieves the best possible quality. After processing, the dried shiitake mushrooms are carefully packaged, ready for export or sale in the domestic market. After that long and delicate journey comes the reward. Batches of fragrant, delicious, and nutritious shiitake mushrooms, imbued with the distinctive flavor of Japan, ready to grace the dining tables of families everywhere. Let's appreciate the results of the dedicated labor of Japanese farmers and fully savor this wonderful gift from the green forest. Would you like to explore more fascinating stories about agriculture and cuisine around the world? Hit the subscribe button and join us on a journey to discover the wonders of nature.